Hi everyone, I'm Gamer and welcome back on another episode, on another video. As always, if you would like to support my channel today, I am going to show you 3 games that both started with e4, c5. Yes sir, I finally learned the Dragon Sicilian. Not really in these games, because people at my level play weird stuff. But I technically learned it, and yeah, it's a very nice opening. So, e4, c5, as I said, d4, c takes d4, queen takes d4, knight c6, attacking the queen. So the queen goes back to d1, knight f6, bishop g5, which just hangs a pawn. Now, I'm gonna put a move counter on the screen to to indicate how many times that pawn was hanging, or it could have been hanging, because I didn't see that for a lot of moves. So I go e5, he goes bishop b5, move counter number 2, because I also didn't see this, because I said, alright, the knight just blocks and defends the bishop, but then I can take the pawn. So, yeah, I didn't see that as well. So, move counter number 2, for how many times I didn't see that. Did I go bishop e7, knight f3, h6 again, queen a5 check, bishop h4, d6 for some unknown reasons. Yeah, I probably thought he was going to take, and that pawn would be hanging. Then he cancels, and yeah, I think actually no, because after I thought I was about to say that the missed moves ended there, but no, but they didn't, because after g5, bishop g3, I finally take the pawn on e4, which was probably hanging only for this move and not for the past, what was it, 5 moves. Attacking the bishop, rook e1, I take the bishop, and again there was queen b6 check. Yeah, like I have a blind spot for these queen moves. I just can't see them. So, but now the memes are over, as he goes at knight c3. I now go queen. The irony. I now go after he went bishop knight c3, attacking the bishop. I go queen b6 check. Now, I couldn't have gone queen b6 checks, queen b6 check before that. Alright, king h1. I castle long, and yeah, this is just a pure Sicilian. Opposite side castling, opposite side castling, and yeah, pawn storm this way, and pawn storm this way. This is a classic Sicilian. So a3, and now g4. Let's go, baby. Knight h4. I take the knight. G takes h4. I go rook g8. He goes g3. I hop in with my knight. Knight to d4. He goes a4. I go knight f5, with the idea of sacrificing the knight here, which I do a few moves later. He goes knight e4, I go queen d8, so I can, after takes, I can retake with the queen. Now, he blunders a knight, and takes my pawn. I go back to f5, he gives me a check, I go king b8, and now he doesn't take my queen, So I now sacrifice the knight! Knight takes h4. The king has only one pawn in front of it. So I said, alright, come on, this can't be a bad move. Indeed, it was a brilliant move. But retaking was not the best move, which is absolutely insane. Like, after this check, the king comes here. And, like, after this... okay. This, I don't know. Why is it so winning? Like, it's not... I don't know. Computers are strange. Like, taking a free pawn is a mistake. But he goes back, bishop f1, for some strange reason. And now I go g3, running mate on h2. He goes queen d6 check, I go king a8, and now he goes h3. After which I take the pawn with the bishop, bishop takes h3, and taking was his final mistake, as I actually pre-moved mate in 3. I pre-moved mate in 3. Queen takes king g1, queen h2 check, king f1, and queen f2 checkmate. As you can see, after this move, 827, 827, 827. I pre-moved mate in 3. So yeah, this was the first game that was very insane. Also, this game I just destroyed my opponent. You'll see e4, c5, bishop c4. Everyone goes bishop c4 against the Sicilian. I don't know why. It's so strange. But he played d6, which is the... like, I played the theory. Like, I played the dragon Sicilian, so it's always e4, c6, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes c4, knight takes c4, knight f6, and then... so I play my system. Knight f3, knight f6, and yeah, it's still Sicilian. But now he goes knight g5, which is just stupid, like I can just block. d3, he goes, I go h6, and he goes back with the knight to f3. I go g6, he goes knight c3, I go bishop g7, the dragon, with the dragon bishop. Now, he goes knight b5, and I castle. He should have sacked a pawn, sacked a knight. Alright. But now I go d5, takes, and now the bishop comes back. I go knight e6, protecting this square. Then he goes knight h4, and now I find this beautiful fork, knight to h5, which attacks the bishop and opens up an attack on the knight. He cancels, I take the bishop, he goes queen f3, I take the knight, he goes g3, which is a fork, I go queen f6, takes, and then I go bishop d7, attacking the knight on b5. He goes knight d6, and now I go b6. Hanging a pawn, but not really, because I have rook ad8, and now after he does nothing, boom! Bishop h3, attacking the rook, and creating the skewer, attacking also the knight and the bishop. So, the rook moves, and I get the knight. He sacks the bishop for some reason, probably thinking this was mate, but it... 1, the rook can block, 2, the bishop can block, and 3, the king can go here. So I don't know why he sacked the bishop. He goes rook a e1, Yes, I go rook takes d3, he goes rook a8, and now it wasn't given a real move, but I'm still gonna scream it, as I sacrificed the rook! Rook to e7. Probably his best move is to go rook e8, as after takes, like it's our x3 defense. Because if he takes, this is mate, because the bishop is protecting this square. And if he doesn't take, I take him. So it's mate and he resigns. And now this last game, which was an insane game, like just incredible. This was a real Sicilian game. Like, look at this graph. So e4 c5, the Sicilian. Knight f3 d6 d4, c takes d4, bishop c4, knight f6, queen takes d4, knight c6, queen d3, g6, knight c3, and now bishop g7. Castles, castles, and this is the setup. The fianchetto with the Catalan bishop, castles, then bishop d7, rook c8. Not a pure dragon because these are not the theory moves, but still, like, this is the setup. So castles, knight g5, I go h6, asking the knight, what the hell are you doing here? Like, if you take this pawn, thank you very much. Like, I'm gonna get 2 pieces for a rook. Indeed, he goes back, knight f3, and now I go bishop d7. He goes bishop e3, rook c8, queen d2, king h7. This was my idea if he went here. If he went queen d2, attacking this pawn, creating the battery, I would go, and I did go, king h7, protecting the pawn. What was the best move? Oh yeah, this also defensive pawn, but alright. He goes knight d5, and now I go knight g4. I should have taken a free pawn, but alright. He goes h3, and I take the knight. So no more knight, bishop. So no more bishop for you. I snipe the pawn on b2 with my bishop, and he goes rook a d1. I come back with the bishop, so it doesn't get trapped somehow. He goes knight h4, and I go knight e5, hopping in with my knight. He goes bishop b3, I go bishop e6. Alright, I should have gone e6. He goes f4, I go knight c4, protected by the rook, and attacking the queen. Takes, and now he goes f5. I take the knight, which was the only move. He takes the pawn on g6 with check. I take with the f-pawn, and now my king is safe and secure, and very demure and very mindful. But not for long, as you can see. Takes 6, and now he takes d5. I should have taken the knight. I completely missed that the knight was hanging, but I take the pawn on c2. Rook f1, and now I go bishop f6, and this is the start of the problems. Queen d3, I take on a2. Knight takes g6, and now I go queen d8, which was a mistake. I don't know why. Like, check here. Oh no, yeah, actually, yeah, takes, yeah. So yeah, he didn't see that too. I go king g7. He goes queen g3. I go queen b7, queen b6 check, king h2, and I go king f7. Yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, the computer wanted me to sack the rook. Like, what's the continuation? I don't know. Computers are strange. Like, he should have gone knight h8 check. What is knight h8? Yeah, Stockfish is strange. I go queen d4, protecting the bishop. He goes queen f4. I take the knight because now it's actually free, which was a missed move. Yeah, I hate Stockfish. Stockfish is strange. And he should have gone queen f5 check. No, yeah, computers are strange. So, takes, and now I'm just a bishop up, and now I am a rook up. And this was just smooth sailing. I promote the pawn, I go here, I go here, this is the only move, and now rook c1 checkmate. With the queen protecting this square and this square. So yeah, great games, like, oh my goodness. So yeah, the Sicilian brings many cool games. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!